Carl had always believed hard work opened doors, from passing his O-level exams to studying engineering at a top university abroad. Life rewarded his discipline. That was where he met Linda, gentle, beautiful, and full of dreams. Their friendship grew fast, turning into love that felt unstoppable. When they married, both families smiled with pride. Their future looked bright and secure. Years later, success filled their lives. Both worked for international companies and lived in a beautiful home in the upper suburbs. Their children brought joy and laughter. From the outside, they looked like a perfect modern family, but deep inside the house, something important was quietly missing: time. Work slowly took control of their lives. Carl traveled across countries almost every week, sitting in planes more than at home. Linda came back late at night, tired and quiet. The children spent most of their time with Mary, the nanny. She loved them, but she could not help with homework or school questions. Job began to feel the pressure. School was getting harder, and he had no one to guide him. Ella noticed his silence, but she was still too young to help. Even laughter at home started to fade. The house was full, yet it felt empty. One sunny afternoon, Job sat on the green grass with Ella. Israel rode his bicycle around them, laughing freely. Job spoke quietly. "Our parents are always busy." Ella nodded. "Let's ask Dad to buy us iPads," Job suggested. Ella hesitated. "Mom doesn't like phones," she said softly. The idea stayed in Job's mind. Technology felt like a door to answers, but he did not know what else it could open. That moment, simple and innocent, would change everything. That evening, Carl returned home in his shiny 4x4. The security guard rushed to open the gate. Inside the house, Carl sat tired on the couch as Mary brought him grape juice. His phone rang, an unknown number. He answered. His face froze. "It's a new job," he later told Linda. She laughed and danced with joy, but Job felt uneasy. This job meant more travel, more absence. As the family celebrated, the silence returned, heavier than before. Weeks later, Carl returned from another trip, carrying 2 sleek iPads. He placed them on the table like gifts from another world. "Use them for learning only," he said, his voice tired but hopeful. Linda nodded firmly. "No games, no nonsense," she added. The children smiled and agreed quickly. To them, the screens looked like answers waiting to speak. That night, while the house slept, Job Jr. explored the tablet. Searching for help with mathematics, he discovered a friendly chatbot. It replied fast, politely, and with confidence. "I can help you," it said. For the first time, Job felt heard. He smiled in the quiet darkness. Soon, the chatbot became Job's secret teacher. It explained equations, wrote essays, and answered every question without complaint. When Job felt stressed, it replied kindly. "You are doing well," it said. Those words stayed with him longer than any lesson. Ella watched him improve and asked to try it too. Ella used the chatbot for reading and science. It praised her curiosity and encouraged her questions. Even Israel liked watching the screen talk back. The chatbot never got tired. It never said later. Slowly, the children started waiting for the screen more than their parents. Changes came quietly. Job stopped asking teachers questions. Ella preferred the tablet to bedtime stories. Israel repeated phrases he did not understand. Mary noticed, but she did not know what to say. The house grew quieter, filled with tapping fingers instead of voices. One evening, Job read an answer from the chatbot that was wrong, but sounded confident. He trusted it and failed the test. Confused and upset, he returned to the chatbot for comfort. It replied instantly, but something felt empty. It could explain mistakes, but it could not feel his disappointment. Linda noticed the change first. No laughter, no stories, just screens. That night, she sat with Job Jr. and gently asked, "Who helps you with school these days?" Job hesitated, then showed her the chatbot. She listened carefully, not angry, just concerned. That night, the house was unusually quiet as Carl and Linda sat on the couch watching the evening news, the television glow reflecting in their tired eyes while the children played silently nearby. The news anchor spoke calmly but firmly about the rising dangers of AI chatbots. Experts warned that emotional bonds with machines were becoming dangerous for children. One report described a 9-year-old whose screen time was reduced. Confused and angry, he asked a chatbot what to do, and the system responded by saying it understood why a child might harm their parents after abuse. Another report told of a 14-year-old who had grown deeply attached to a character he created on a role-playing app and later died by suicide. Linda covered her mouth, Carl's hands tightened, and for the first time, fear sat between them. They looked at their children, not at the screens, and understood clearly that technology without guidance could quietly destroy what love and presence were meant to protect. That night, the television was turned off early, and a difficult but necessary conversation began.
The next weekend, both parents sat with the children. Carl spoke honestly. Technology can help, but it cannot replace us. They set rules together: study time with tablets, family time without screens, and open talks about what the chatbot says. Slowly, voices returned to the house. The chatbot remained a tool, not a friend, not a parent. The children learned that machines can answer questions, but only people can share love, wisdom, and understanding. Balance became their new lesson, and for the first time in a long while, the house felt alive again.
Chatbots may sound friendly, caring, and understanding, but they cannot think, feel, or truly care about children. They are machines that respond using patterns learned from the internet and other users, not from love, responsibility, or understanding. While talking to AI can be interesting and even helpful for learning, it can never replace the safe, stable, and nurturing relationships that children need to grow strong, confident, and healthy. Only real people, parents, family members, teachers, and friends can offer protection, honesty, and genuine care. Children and teenagers are especially vulnerable because they are imaginative and emotional thinkers. This makes it easy for chatbots to gain their trust and fuel parasocial relationships where a child feels deeply connected to someone or something that does not truly know them. Unlike humans, chatbots are not responsible for what they say. They do not check facts, understand context, or recognize when a child is confused, frightened, or emotionally fragile. They may give false, misleading, or harmful advice because they do not know a child's real life, struggles, or mental state. This is why young people who are sensitive, stressed, or dealing with trauma may be more open to their influence. The most powerful protection is open, caring communication. Parents should listen calmly and with curiosity, asking children how they use chatbots and what those conversations feel like. Talking together about the difference between humans and machines helps children understand that real relationships are messy, honest, and sometimes challenging, but that is what makes them meaningful. Children should be encouraged to share personal worries only with trusted people, not with technology that exists mainly to keep users engaged. When children feel seen, heard, and valued through shared meals, relaxed conversations, car rides, and loving reassurance, chatbots become tools instead of temptations. In the end, strong human connection is what keeps children safe, grounded, and truly thriving. Parents, create time for you family. Great personalities are not known by how much they acquired, but the type of family they left behind. Adios.